In this video, we will be taking our stock Tamiya DCR-02 Mini 4-wheel drive, and we will be upgrading the front end to look like this. I'll be taking you through every step of the process, and if you like things Mini 4-wheel drive and Tamiya related, then please like and subscribe, and let's get into it. Okay, let's get into it. So we're gonna do the front of this DCR-02. It's a pretty cool looking car by itself, but the main reason is because this is open here. You could use like a Avante or something like that, but this is probably the key point to what the goal is on this one. So the idea is, without making the body flop around, we're gonna get some plates, put them on top here, and use dampers to kind of get that same effect. How well it's gonna work is unknown to me, but we'll figure it out. So first we'll need the front plate, and then this one, the FRP plate. This will be used for the brake. So for this one, I'm trying to keep it as reasonably priced as possible. It's going to be a very cost-effective build. There are other things that you could probably do that would severely increase the price on this, but I didn't see that being essential. One example, these 194 yen, so these double rollers, compared to the metal ones with bearings like these, which are probably around, I don't know, like 900, almost 1,000 yen. So we're gonna just use those instead. And yeah, we'll get the plate on here, and then we'll open up everything else. I don't like opening them on camera because they're noisy, so we'll do that and get back. Okay. There we go. So we got the brake for the front, and then we have the front as well. And then we're going to use these to connect up here, and then we'll get another plate that is this one. 193 yen, so the FRP rear roller stay for Super X chassis, and we use that to connect to these to kind of hang like that, and it can flop around. Okay, so first we're gonna screw up through the base here with these screws, and just put those in nice and quick to set it. And we're going to go all the way up through the top. This will show us where we can lay the plate on the top. So we can just set it on top and then lock it down with a couple of nuts. So I'll do that so you don't have to watch this, because some of these screws here are going to take a while, because we're going to use something like this. And it's going to take a little bit of elbow grease. Okay, so now that those are screwed up in, pop the top. And still haven't changed the motor or anything, so this is all the stock stuff up top. And then just figure out where that's going to lie, like so. And then figure out where we're going to drill into the chassis to lock that down on the top, which looks like it'll be here and here. So we'll get those in here and here. All right, so like that and that, and we could probably lay down some spring washers and some nuts on top here You could go with, actually you wouldn't need a lock nut because it is screwed through the chassis. Oh no, I'll get that out. So we'll put just regular nuts on top here. Okay, there we go. So that's all set up. We put a brake pad on later. For the rollers, I think that might be a little bit too long. Let's get the rollers out and measure it real quick. So these ones, pretty good. Yeah, just 194. All right. I think it would be too small to go with a smaller size. So I'll get these out real quick. I do really actually kind of like these rollers, especially for the price point. If they were much more, say like 500 yen, I'd probably just go with the aluminum ones. But for 190 yen, can't really complain about that, can we? And then we'll get this up through here. And then another one on this side as well. Actually, I'm not sure if that's... Let me double check spacing on that. And just as I thought, it goes in the one on the corner instead for the 13mm. I generally tend to put a nut here below this. I'm going to try and do it without and see how that goes. So we get on one of these, and then you can put this on first, or the metal piece that goes in the middle. Can't think of what it's called. And then we get another one of these and just put it on top. No lube, nothing, just as is, which is why I like them. So you don't have to fumble around with a bunch of extra stuff. Very simple, very straightforward, and very affordable. So like so. Alright, I wanted to use these blue ones because they're a little brighter, but I think I'm going to use these because the back rollers are also going to be blue. I tried to find black ones to match the front for the double, because I'm going to use doubles in the back too, but I couldn't find them anywhere. So we'll get some spacers and I guess a lock nut as well. Okay, so we got 3mm spacers on there. Get some grease on the little roller spacer thingamajigs. And then we'll put the rollers on, and hopefully we have enough room for a washer and a nut. It looks like we'll just have barely enough. Alright. Like that. Alright, and then we're going to use 2 lock nuts. These are still sealed, but same thing. Not the aluminum ones, the steel ones. They're much cheaper. Just to get all this tightened down, and then we'll wrench it down as well. It's throwing me off with this color because it feels like it's bigger than it actually is. It's kind of tripping me up. Alright, and we'll get this side down too. Make sure all of those are spinning normally. I might need a screwdriver for this side. So let's get that. Oh no, oh, barely, just barely. Okay, yeah. Looks pretty neat so far. Is that? I don't know, I hope it's not bigger. It doesn't feel bigger. I don't know. I didn't measure. I just know that these ones were too big. Okay, so let's prepare for the next part. Alright, so the idea for this one is, and hopefully it works. I saw someone with a similar one, but it wasn't this car. It was the Advanced pack. And I put these on here and had it kind of sitting up like that. So we're gonna have to use either spacers or maybe some of this, not that, it's a screw, tubing or springs or something to get it so it can bounce. But what I am worried about is this rubbing on here, because if it's gonna be going up and down, if it's straight, it's fine. But it's gonna sit like that, and that's gonna rub this real bad. It's probably gonna put a hole in that real quickly. What I'm thinking about doing is making the hole a little bit bigger, pop in one of these that can be used on the axles where the bearings are, and just gluing that in, because it feels like if you get it in there, it's not quite as difficult to slide in and out of that as it is to the plate itself. So yeah, first let's put this together. So we're gonna use these AR side plates, and it's gonna sit kind of like that, and these will be facing the inside like so, and then one of these holes will line up there, is the idea. So how we're gonna attach it, we're gonna attach it with, these might be a little too long. Let me see if I have something smaller.